What's up, guys? It's Action Figure Freak once again, and I needed a new Thor. I mean, a better one than this Marvel Legends one I got before a while. And that one here looks way better than the one I have, only because there's that Mafex on the box. And yeah, I just don't want to waste too much time and just rip this thing open. And here it is right out of the box in a quick 360, and I gotta say, I gotta learn posing capes a little bit better. You can see I'm not the best at it, but I gotta say, let's just take a look at the articulation at first, then go up to the details and the accessories at the last point. And as you can see, we got a ton of accessories right here. Oh my god, I just almost thrown the figure over. But yeah, let's just dive right into this. And as I said, let's start with the articulation. The main reason why you should buy Mafex figures, at some point I say, first up, as I said, the cape is fully articulated, so we got steel wire in here going down to the edge here on that full part down here, so it's a really big cape you got on there. And up to that side again, we get a neck joint and a head joint up there. Because of the hair, I did already thought it's not moving that well. As on many Marvel Legends, the neck joint is doing him a favor, but yeah, it's still pretty much in the way. It won't work that he can look fully up. There, his chest joint should work a little better. Let's go over. We got those special Mafex butterfly joints in there. So I gotta say, I don't know if they couldn't find a better way of handling it as on Hasbro, so you can't fully move the arm up, but I think they still done a really good job on there. So you can move the shoulders up and down. It's a little bit less like those butterfly joints normally are. It's more like those, not SH Figure Arts. Oh yeah, they're doing it too. You know, that shoulder up and down part here. So those arms have a really kind of unique joint, and the butterfly joint is more on the inside. So it gets a little bit from those shoulder parts up here. It gets a little bit stopped if he moves. But yeah, that's pretty okay. Then we got ball joints, which I love. We got double jointed pinless elbows. We got those special joints on the hands where it can switch from vertical to horizontal. Really easy, really good. We got that upper chest body part here. We got down here on the belt a swivel, some kinda. We got those legs that you can move up and down. So you can move them more like this. We kind of got swivels on them. Then we got double jointed pinless knees. No swivels on the boots. Those hand joints on the feet. And a toe joint. Why not? Next up, we gotta go on to the details of the figure itself. I gotta say, it's a little bit weird because normally those comic classic versions can't have too much detail there. Mostly vibrant colors and straight lines, but they still tried it pretty good, I gotta say. Let's pull the cape a little bit down. We got some bluish kinda tone here, like almost a wash on those wings on his helmet. So that looks really, really good. Those blue shadings, it makes it look way more like the comics. We got those silver plates on here, pretty good. We got a molded belt on there, also really good. The back is nothing that much. On the boots also, there ain't that much, but every of those lines is molded, which is pretty good. Also on those sleeves, and what I think is the most vibrant thing is the skin tone. Let me straighten out his arms, And as you can see also there on his face and on the neck joint, they did some, orange tone on there, which makes it way more fleshy colored, way more skin colored, which I also really like. Then let me make this really quick. We got a lot of stuff at the accessories. So let's start off with a secondary head. Then we got 2 fists that can hold an item. And we got here 2 kind of scratching hands, 2 diving hands for when he's flying. Then pretty, I would say, relaxed hands. And then those open palms down here. And we get for each hand some kind of stuff that he can grab the hammer. So I believe you can take from the hammer the metal part off. Yes, you can. And stick it onto each and every of those versions. So you don't have 20 hammer accessories. You also get 2 fists that hold the hammer up straight so he can fly with the hammer. And we also, oh no, God, it's on the back, it's taped. Now it's time. On the back here, it's still taped on there. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna drop it, I think. Yeah, oh God, that's always nasty. And it's still taped on another part. Shit. After taking that out, I think I dropped every of the accessory pieces at least once. But yeah, let me see. We got those 2 pieces. And we still got a figure stand, as on I think every Mafex figure. And I think that one is to support that piece. Let me talk about this at first. That piece we also have from Hasbro. And that will be this piece here. And I gotta say, it's pretty cool that they included the text here on the hammer on the Hasbro version. But as you can see, the Hasbro version is a lot bigger. I mean, let me just put that next to him. So the Hasbro Thor is also bigger than the Mafex one. But I gotta say, that piece here is way heavier. Even if the figure is bigger, it's harder to hold. And we get a little secret detail, I would say, in this here. That hammer, I don't know if you can see it that good on camera, but that one is a little bit darker. So we have 1 or 2 in there that look a little bit darker. I think that and that one too. But that one looks the most solid, which I think adds also a little bit of depth into the whole figure. I would say let's just put a few of those hands and accessories onto the Thor, and I'm going to show you that in a second. Okay, and sometimes I gotta say I hate Mafex's accessory assembling. You gotta always slide it from down of a grabbing hand through the whole hand, and as you can hear, that one is really tight. And it feels like breaking it. Those figures are way too expensive than breaking it through a stupid way like this. Oh my God, hell nah. But whatever. Let's just pull the hammer on. And yeah, think like, oh God, it has to be in a certain way. Oh, fuck. Here, as expected, we got one of those grabbing hands and one of the opened hands. Here we got one of those hammer flying hands and one of those opened diving palms. Here one of those hammer swing hands, which I think is really cool, with one of those relaxed palms. Here we got that really cool hammer swing with another opened hand variation. Pretty cool. And after these were all of the hand variations. Guys, we're talking about Mafex. I'm still not finished, because there's a second hammer included in there. Oh, come on, let this one stand. It's a little bit smaller as the normal hammer, as you can see, or a little bit more than a little bit. But it got here a little peg, and you should be able to pull it somewhere here on Thor's waist. Oh my god, I don't know how I should make this work. Okay, you could send me to war, and this is still the hardest thing I've ever done, to plug in that hammer holding thing. So that's one thing I gotta say about this figure. I love how it looks, I love how it feels, but I don't know, I have a few issues that it won't really work. So those under part here with those middle buttons isn't working that quite well, and that means because it's so tight here under his belt, you can't really plug that thing in really good. And I got a little issue, as you can see, that butterfly joint here is way more out than this one. This is really on the inside. If you pull on the arm, you pull the whole arm out. So I really don't get how that happened, and that makes me a little sad. But yeah, that's not too bad. But I forgot one thing about the articulation. I just realized, and this is those 3 cables inside his cloth. Those are multiple wires, I think, that you can pose a little bit up, so it would rise his cloth a little bit up. So I've seen this on the Legends, that bow here, that wing that goes up over his shoulder. So to pretend that, you can pose 3 of these, move them up like this, because you only have on those edges, the middle, here on the middle, it's without wires. Those are just on the edges, and to pull those up, it's way easier to use those. So that's also a really cool feature. Come on guys, we're still looking at a Mafex figure. We're still not finished, because as I mentioned earlier, as in almost every Mafex figure, we get a really good figure stand. So let's just open this too, and then I think I'm almost finished. Here we got the generic Mafex stand. Gotta say, it was really loose, but always keep in mind, we got 3 screws in here that you can just make a little tighter, which ain't too bad. And yeah, here we got the stand. Let's take the Thor in a rising position like this. Just a stupid ass pose. Open that clamp here. Pull in there. Okay, that's going to hold really good. And yeah, make him fly. So that is really cool. Have a last look on him, and let's get to my, yeah, I would say 1 to 10 rating. And I gotta say, that one is a straight out I would say 8 out of 10. So it's a really cool figure. I have a few issues that, yeah, one of those things is his head. Let me just change it to the aggressive expression. Yeah, oh my god. It's even hard to equip, so they could have probably took an idea how to make it easier to move his head. Because as you can see, I can't even attach the second head. I think it's almost the same mold, so if I can't get this one back on, yeah, like that's a huge issue. But that's more of the character, so you won't probably find any figures where it's easier. And I got that problem, just realized it. You can pull that shoulder fully out and in. On that side, can just pull a little, but they won't work anything. So that's really sad. Most of the hands aren't sticking too well, and the worst thing is that I can't really pull the hammer through the hand of those opened hands. I probably figured out how to do it properly. But yeah, all in all, I gotta say 9 out of 10. It's a really good figure, but Don't be as stupid as me and wait about a month before you open it. Open it instant and then send it back if there is a problem with it. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I hope we see you on the next whatever I'm doing. I think on Wednesday. And yeah, goodbye for now. And have a nice day. Bye.